today I'm eating this, so nice, Then that one too much. Assalamualaikum. My name is Shameem Sultana. I'm a local Ustazah and I'm also a motivational speaker. So I teach in mosque and outside mosque, and I teach in English and also in Malay language. Today, inshallah, I am going to share with you all about Ramadan. It is for two things: heighten our God consciousness, and number two is for us to be more grateful. So when we heighten our God consciousness, right, we are very conscious of what we say, what we do towards others. We are more grateful and more contented with whatever that God has given us. If you Google, right, and then you will see a specific date for Ramadan, but we cannot confirm it until the visibility of the new crescent moon. There's a team of experts, and of course it's led by our own Mufti. They will be the one who will be looking for the sighting of the crescent moon lah. The moment they see it, it will be announced after sunset that the next day or today is actually Ramadan. The Islamic calendar, because it's a lunar calendar, it's 11 days shorter than the Gregorian calendar. So if you can see, it's always about 11 days earlier every year lah. Actually, in the Quran, Allah already stated that Allah will not burden a soul beyond his or her capacity. So if let's say you cannot fast because you're pregnant or you're breastfeeding or you're sick, long-term illnesses and so on and so forth, then you don't have to fast during the month of Ramadan. If you are able to pay back the fast, after that, then you can pay back after that. But let's say you have some chronic illnesses where you are not able to pay back, then you can pay one day, you feed someone who is needy, a poor person, you give him food. So in Singapore, the minimum is about $1.40 lah. So this is called fidyah. So it makes things easier for people who cannot fast. There are other days where we can fast. The obligatory fast is only in Ramadan, after 1 month of fasting, and then after the day of Hari Raya, we are actually encouraged to fast 6 days in Shawwal, in the month after Ramadan, and the rewards is for those who fast 6 days, is the same as fasting the whole year. Will drop. No, it's not the same. I was in Egypt for 4 years, and during winter there, we like to actually pay back our fast there because the days are very short. So in Singapore, basically it's about 5 plus in the morning until 7 plus at night. So maybe about 13 to 14 hours lah that we fast. Of course, one of the essence of fasting is for us to heighten our empathy towards those who probably don't have food to eat. So when you fast and you feel the hunger, you feel a sense of, hey, this is how they feel. This pushes us to actually give more. In Singapore, we have food to break fast lah. There are some people who fast but they don't even have food at the end of the day. So it's all about counting our blessings lah. Before we start our fast, right, he will eat dates, and then after we break our fast, the first thing that we are encouraged to eat is dates, because dates are full of vitamins, full of fibers, full of sugar, so it gives us energy, that boost of energy that we need. It's actually recommended for us to eat at least 1 or 3 or 5 dates in the morning, because Allah like odd numbers, so 1, 3, 5, this is what our Prophet do. Yes, for married couples, you can still hold hands, you can still give packs, of kisses to each other, you can still hug each other. What is not permissible is actually sexual intercourse between husband and wife lah. People ask why something that is lawful is not allowed during the day of Ramadan. Even the food which is halal and lawful to you, right, you can't eat. So it teaches us that if we can curb our desires towards something which is lawful, then it is actually training ourselves to curb things towards which is unlawful. If you do it purposely, then not nice lah. But let's say if it's lunchtime and you are eating, or it's at the canteen, then there's no harm in that. Then that is a blessing. Ding, 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 ding. I have friends who wake up and then they cook Maggi, then they eat, then they're like, oh man, I fasted, and they finish the whole Maggi, Then it's okay. You can continue the fast. If you didn't do it on purpose and you didn't realize it, it's actually okay. You just can continue the fast. So what you do is you take and then you put at your tip of your tongue. Okay, then you taste it, but you don't swallow the saliva. Then you just spit it out and then you wash your mouth. You want to do it another time to see that whether the salt okay lah. But you do it 10 times, then might as well you break fast, right? I've been spending Ramadan in a few countries, and I think in Singapore, one of the things that I really love about it is we become people who are very charitable. Everybody is like, hey, come on, the Ramadan vibes. Everybody go to the mosque, and that's beautiful. You'll see the Muslims coming to the mosque, and they will say, Allahu Akbar, God is great, God is great. Because after 30 days of making Allah your priority, then you celebrate and say, yes, yes, Allah is still my priority, God is still my priority.